Good morning, everyone. I did overtime this week, so 50 hours. I'm grateful the overtime is back. For a while there, it was looking a little sketchy. The economy is definitely struggling. Normally, we have no problem picking up overtime again. I work in a warehouse. We went about 3 months with very limited overtime, but now it seems to be back pretty regularly. So we'll be back. Steve and I will be back to working 50-hour weeks for the most part. The first day after I finish my week, I like to do a reset. I get the bathroom cleaned. Usually I do that though on my last night of the work week, so when I wake up I don't have to do it. I get my first meal of the day cooked, and then once I'm done eating that, I will put something in the crock pot to be done later, and then once I'm done doing that, I will batch cook for the week for my lunch. And then after that, I fold all my laundry. Let's see, today I need to repot my aloe, so you can see me do that. Hopefully I don't kill it. I'm bad with plants. I was actually thinking about posting a basil video that's completely not interesting, but it would allow me to play around with some features on Canva. I wanted to start this video when I first woke up and with making the bed, because first thing, I stripped my bed so I can get the sheets washed, got the bed made, but I was hungry, so I've already cooked my first meal. I'm sitting down watching YouTube while I eat. And yeah, it'll be a boring day, but obviously common sense. Most YouTubers probably would have taken the time to make themselves all pretty before getting on here, but we're going to keep it real today. The place is a little bit of a mess after 5 days of basically waking up, eating, getting out the door for work, coming home, showering, eating, and just going straight to bed. It's hard. 10-hour shifts are hard, and when you're physically tired at the end of the day, you really have to stay on top of it to keep stuff from getting messed up. So right now you can see behind me, I normally have those curtains closed. You can see my work safety vest up there. I washed it last night. I'm hanging it up to dry. My washer and dryer. That dryer, oh my God, I hate it. I hate new stuff. The old washers and dryers, those are fine. They put enough water in the washing machine to actually wash your clothes. The dryer actually dried your clothes. This thing, I have to dry each load for 3 hours. It takes forever to do laundry. I almost would rather go to the laundromat. But that area back there used to have bifold doors on it, and the dryer was too big. I thought I measured correctly, but I forgot about the hose in the back, so it stuck out just like an inch. And the people from Lowe's, I think it was Lowe's I bought it from, or Home Depot, I don't remember. They couldn't get it in, so we took that door down. Well, then the water heater broke. Maintenance came and fixed it. They took the door down. They did not get it put back up correctly. I was like, screw it. They're both coming down. And I just put up some curtains, and you'll see that later. So you'll see all my mess. I hate a mess. It is I know some people would probably look at my apartment right now and be like, oh my God, that's not dirty. But for me it is. So we're going to get this cleaned up today. But first, breakfast. So I eat weird stuff for breakfast. Even on my work days, I get up 3 hours before work because I like real food. You will not see me throwing something in the microwave. You will not see me eating a donut and coffee for breakfast. It's real stuff. So we have some cabbage with a kielbasa sausage in it. I seasoned it with a nice coriander, turmeric, sazon, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. It's really good. And some cookie dough that I made last night. Yeah, after working 50 hours, I came home from work last night, showered, and I just really wanted these peanut butter chip chocolate cookies. I got the recipe off of chat, and they were so good. So I already had, I think this is still my first one, so we're still good. 250 calories each. Oh my gosh. So whatever. And my matcha tea. I love my matcha tea. So go ahead, sit back. I'm going to eat this breakfast and watch some YouTube, and I'll be back. All right, I'm done eating breakfast. I have 13 minutes left on this episode of what I'm watching, so I'm going to finish that before I get up. I'm going to try to find the motivation to get up and get the next meal started. It's 9:15 a.m. I got up at 6:30 a.m., not necessarily by choice, but I woke up naturally, and I was like, forget it. I'll just stay up. I used to not watch TV. I started this warehouse job almost 6 years ago, 5.5 years ago. Before that, I was just so busy, working, and I don't know, I could go 3 months without watching TV. So I don't like that I watch so much TV. I feel like it takes up too much time, and there are so many other things I'd rather be doing that could actually, one, make me smarter, and two, earn me money. And I am trying to break this TV addiction. But I started watching it because, working at the warehouse, that's what everybody did. They just watched TV. Have you seen this show? Have you seen this show? And I'm like, no, I don't watch TV. And then I would just get this strange look. They're like, well, what do you do all day? I'm like, I read books. And then that just even, right over their heads, who reads books? I'm like, who doesn't read books? So I tried to like be normal for like to fit in, even though I don't care about fitting in. But I was like, maybe I could have something to talk to people about. But I still cannot find anything on TV to watch. Like my attention span is so short. Like to sit through a movie, an entire movie, it's not going to happen. Like I cannot sit still that long. So that's why, like, even though I do have like a master's degree and I could get a better paying job, a job in a cleaner environment, I love the work I do. I love that I'm active. I love seeing the results of my labor. But yeah, so I'm going to finish watching this episode and then force myself to get up and go tackle that kitchen. We're going to be fighting with lighting today because it is cloudy and overcast. It still feels so beautiful outside right now. It's 70 degrees at 9 in the morning, but I'm not getting my hopes up because the high in a few days is going to only be 50. We do have a lot of work to do on our patio to get it ready for spring. Those lights are color changing lights. If I remember, I will put a clip in of what they look like at night. And yeah, we have work to do on that. That's my aloe that I'll be repotting later. I need to get these plants watered. But before I do that, I'm going to write down the seasonings. I keep all my recipes in a binder and page protectors. And so I'm going to write down what I seasoned my cabbage with this morning because it actually came out really good. But let's head to the kitchen. Let's see. So not only are we dealing with that lighting naturally outside, that's going to be bad. We had a light bulb blow last night. Of all days, like when we're going to be so cloudy, one of our light bulbs blew. So this is embarrassing. I don't like a messy kitchen, but I just finished cooking and I have to clean up and put everything away. I have the chicken defrosting for dinner later tonight. Yes, I know you're not supposed to defrost it on the counter. Steve and I both have strong stomachs, so for us it's never been an issue. But all right, we're going to get this cleaned up and get the next meal started. All right, the more I look at myself, I'm gonna get in the shower. We're gonna get this next meal going because it takes a while in the crock pot. I'm getting in the shower. I can't keep looking at myself. I'm not gonna torture you guys looking at me like this, but let's get these ingredients written down and then clean up this mess real quick. I'll just show you my spice rack here in a minute. It's for someone who doesn't like to cook. I have like a lot of seasonings, but I don't know. I cook because I said in a previous video, I don't like to go out to eat. It costs too much money. I don't like wasting money. And then it's like, I'm still hungry afterwards. So I cannot stand going out to eat at restaurants. Like I will preload before I go to a restaurant so I don't get frustrated because then I leave. It's like I just spent $50 and I'm still hungry. So I will eat before I go to a restaurant. So I just cook at home. It's a lot cheaper. I know what goes into my food. I can season it the way I want, and I don't have to leave the house. Like, that's the best part. And in the summer, I can't stand how restaurants are so cold. It's like I'm shaking trying to eat. It's like this food's going to fall off my fork. Like, it's not even comfortable. I don't get it. Like, I don't enjoy it in any way, shape, or form. All right, I was going to redo something, but all right, seasonings put away. Now I have to put away the leftover cabbage. So that's all my seasonings. It's a lot, but I use most of them. The tarragon kind of just hangs out in there, not being used. The fennel seed, and then all my baking stuff is on the very top shelf. Of course, my multivitamins as well. And then our food is in the middle. Plus, we have a cabinet over here that we put food in, and then a lot of it ends up in our closet. And I'll show you here because we're hoping to fix this, get this cleaned up. I cannot stand having clutter, and stuff is piling up on that. That actually is a table that folds down. And I knew it would be a problem when I bought it, that we would actually start stockpiling stuff on it, and we are. So I'm going to get a fruit stand right there, and hopefully that will take care of that issue. But for now, let's get back to putting away the cabbage. I think it can all fit in here. I hope. And I have to be careful because sasson and turmeric both stain, and I really don't want to stain my shirt. I went to Alaska. That just went on the floor. I went to Alaska 2 years ago and got a lot of shirts there. I love it because whenever I wear them, it just reminds me of my trip. So when I get souvenirs, I like to get stuff that I can actually use, like magnets, coffee mugs, ink pens, shirts. Yep, it all fit. Only one piece fell on the floor. I'm going to pick that up here in a second. I label all of, I'm just dropping everything. All right, I label all of my leftovers. This refrigerator, I am frustrated with it right now. It's like we have so much food in there, which I know is a good problem to have. A lot of people don't even know what they're going to be eating for dinner tonight, so I don't want to complain about that, but it's very frustrating not knowing what's in there, not being able to easily find it. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks we can get that stuff eaten out and not do this again. I just don't know. The food just keeps multiplying. It's like I keep saying we're going to eat this before we buy more, but then it just, I don't know, multiplies. So labeled and ready for the fridge. I'm hungry again. I just ate and I'm hungry, and it is really frustrating always being hungry. So it's like I have to watch it because I will just keep eating and eating, and I know I burn a lot of calories at my job, but I don't burn that many. But I truly am hungry again. So yeah, after this, I don't know. I'm also tired. I'm ready for a nap already. Okay, we're going to have an issue with lighting, but that's okay. I'm going to get this pot roast going. I'm going to wash my hands first and do this. I hate dealing with meat. I used to be vegetarian, not like strictly vegetarian for like decades, you know, for a few years until I started this job. And I just was burning so many calories I couldn't stay vegetarian, or maybe there was a way to do it. I just didn't have the time or patience to learn how. But now I do use meat, but I still hate touching it, so it's just, sorry if I'm making faces while I do this. It's just really gross to me. This crock pot is, it's older than my youngest son, and he will be turning 18 in a few months. I want a new one just because I would like the programmable features, but I know some of you might be gross. They're like, oh my god, her kitchen's a mess and she's cooking in it. Well, it just got a mess this morning. It was clean when I went to bed last night. I don't use PM cooking spray. I just put oil in one of these spray bottles and I use that to grease it. But yeah, this crock pot, it's faithful. It still works. And I don't want to replace it because newer stuff just does not have the same quality as the older stuff. So yeah, it's seen better days. I had to rewrite the temperature settings on it in marker because they rubbed off for how old it is. Can't stand ground beef. We double bag our trash. I don't like bad smells. I don't know anybody really who does, but the stuff will get bagged back into this and then in a warmer bag, and then I take it out to the dumpster immediately. When I had my house, when I was living in my house, I would immediately take it outside, but I figure I get all these grocery bags from Walmart, and yeah, I could use reusable bags, but I do grocery order pickup, and I'm not sure how much extra work that would cause the employees, and I don't want to be that person. It's like they're standing out in the rain and they have to sit there and rebag my groceries for me outside. And more than likely, what I have a feeling they would do would go ahead and put their groceries in Walmart bags and then just take those Walmart bags and dump them into my reusable bags. I haven't tried it. I just have a feeling that's what they would do. So I just do it this way. It gives us free trash cans is the way I look at it. I'm sorry, the lighting keeps going, flickering back and forth. Steve eats a lot, more than I do, surprisingly. So I got, let's see, 3 pounds of beef. My grocery bill, I usually can keep it under $100 because I do cook from scratch and I don't do a lot of processed food. So it doesn't cost me that much. Even though I spent $30 on the meat alone, I think my grocery bill total was like $95 this week. And that included 2 bags of dirt that I bought to repot that aloe. Alright, I use 2 bags of frozen green beans, a bag of frozen carrots. I like to keep my life easy. Oh, you can actually see the steak in the shot. That's pretty cool. The potatoes, I have to peel, and the onion. And then I'm going to season this with salt, pepper, garlic, turmeric, coriander, rosemary, and then just a cup of water. And then I cook it on high for 6 minutes until the beef is fork tender. So I'm going to get that done. I have an issue with germs. I'm the type where if I touch my phone while I'm cooking, I will rewash my hands. So like during a meal prep like this, even without trying to record, easily 10 times washing my hands. So I'm probably just going to stop filming right now so I don't have to have even more hand washings and get this done. I am truly surprised at how hungry I am, but the food is in the crock pot. I'll turn the camera around. So it's all ready to go. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I won't have to add much because it will, I don't know, the vegetables I guess produce water in the crock pot. I put all my seasonings on top with the thinking that as it cooks it'll sink down and flavor everything. So I'm going to get in the shower now. I know I need to wash dishes and clean up the kitchen, but I need to wash my hair. That's going to take up all of the hot water, and if I wash dishes first, I won't have enough hot water for my shower. So I can always boil water to wash these dishes. I do have laundry that I need to fold, but because I cannot stand a messy kitchen, I'm going to have to take care of that first, even if it means an extra step of boiling water instead of letting the water heater just heat the water back up on its own. Can't find the potatoes. I don't know where they are. I just messaged Steve. He's out fishing right now, giving me a break. So we'll go ahead and get the laundry changed over. I dry my sheets separate because they never dry. Whenever I dry them with the rest of the clothes, like all the clothes get tangled up in them, and then those clothes don't dry, so I just dry these separate. We'll get this next load in the dryer, and if I don't find the potatoes, I guess we will just do mashed potatoes to go with this. I don't know. They were just there yesterday. I don't know what happened to them. My little dryer hedgehog balls. I honestly don't think it even works, but it makes me feel like I'm getting them to dry faster, but it still takes 3 hours. Okay, change of plans. I'm gonna get this cookie dough rolled. Sometimes I'll see it and it just bothers me so bad I have to do it right then, even though I should be doing something else. I've never been tested for ADD or ADHD, but sometimes I just have to wonder because I'll say something to Steve and he'll ask me to repeat it and I'll forget. I forgot what I just said. And even like now, it's like I know I should be doing something else, but then I got distracted and it's like, well, now I'm going to do this. So I made the cookie dough yesterday. I chill it in the fridge, so I just sat it in one of these containers, but I need these for leftovers. I'm making so much food, I need this container back. So I will use a gallon-sized freezer bag because I feel like it lets in less air. And I'll either handwrite, I'll just take the masking tape off of that container. I write what it is and how long to cook it, bake it, and then I'll just stick it in the fridge. And then that way we have cookie dough ready whenever we want fresh cookies. I won't bake them all at one time because with them being homemade, they're not going to stay fresh that long because there aren't any preservatives in it. So that's what I'm about to do now while I watch another episode of TV. I'm just trying to find reasons to sit down and watch TV. I really want to break this addiction. I don't like who I am with it. I know for some people it is relaxing, and it is. Like when I come home from work, I don't want to do anything. So yeah, it's nice to just sit down. But then for me, I feel super stressed thinking about all the stuff that does need done. So I'm going to put the Ziploc bag in one of this. Yeah, if you guys like, at least for me, I notice like when I'm recording shots like of me sitting down reading, like my head is always on the swivel, and that just goes to my attention span. I used to could sit down and just read a book straight through in 3 hours, and I don't know, I've slowed down as I've gotten older, but I need to work on being able to focus. Like that's one of my goals for this year. Stop complaining so much and get better at focusing and staying on task. So we're gonna roll the balls of cookie dough, stick it in here. But first, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I watch these YouTubers who do the cooking shows, and I see them touching their phone, and then I see them cooking, and I'm just like, no, that's nasty, because I don't know where that phone has been. And even with my phone, I clean it with rubbing alcohol, but no. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and do this. Such a good feeling to know that now whenever we want cookies, we just have to go in the refrigerator and pull out however many we want. My hands are gross. I hate rolling cookie dough. Normally Steve helps me, but I don't blame him for wanting to get out and go fishing. It's his week to clean the bathroom, so he will do that later today when he gets home. And everybody's different. I like to get my chores out of the way so I can relax at the end of the day. He likes to relax first and then do his chores, so when it's his week, I try to just like, okay, it'll get done eventually, and if not, well, it'll be sitting there for him tomorrow because I'm evil like that. But I'm gonna go get this cleaned up and put some food in the oven so I can be done when I'm out of the shower. I don't like to use a microwave. I didn't have a microwave until Steve and I moved in together. I just don't like them or use them. So put some food in the oven, it'll be done by the time I get out of the shower, and I'm ready to eat again so I can stop complaining about being hungry. All right, I really should be getting in the shower, but I'm procrastinating because that is what I do best. I just get tired of taking so many showers. I shower every day when I come home from work. It's just, I'm so filthy. You literally can see the dirt on my skin. So then to do that and then have to get up in the morning and shower again, I'm like, I still feel clean, but the grossness of it. But I'm procrastinating. I saw these plants like, oh yeah, I was supposed to water those. So isn't that so cute? This basil, yeah, I might post that video I've been working on. I don't know yet. I know there's no more hope for it, but I'm still trying. And this little baby will be getting repotted later today. Okay, I'm out of the shower now, and I feel human again. I'm so glad I got that done. Even so, my anxiety is starting to kick in. It's like noon, I think. Yeah, a little after 12 o'clock. And I'm looking at all the stuff I still need to do, and I'm starting to feel really bad anxiety. And it's like, I just have to try to work past that. Like, I need to go do the dishes still, and I need to fold laundry, and I have another load in the dryer, and I still have one more load to wash. And the thing is, like I said earlier, I need to stop complaining and learn to stay focused. Those are two things, but I also have to work on procrastination because it just makes my anxiety so much worse. But after I eat lunch, I'm actually going to have to sit down. I am in so much pain. So yesterday at work, they sent me to pack, and it was just a lot of dog food. And it wasn't the nice small bags. It was the 40-pound bags. So I spent all day yesterday. The way we're stationed at work, it's a warehouse. So we have a table in front of us, and it's maybe waist high for me. Of course, it depends on how tall you are. And then behind me, I'll have a cage. It's about 3 feet and maybe this tall, and it's stacked with product. And if the stuff's on the top, it's not a problem. I can just pull it off, get on the table. But when it's on the bottom, I have to bend over, pick up the 40-pound bag of dog food, twist with it, and then because I'm short, I have to lift it over my head to get it into the box. And then, still because I'm short, the box flaps are so tall, so that I have to fold those in. I'm like standing on my tiptoes, using my chest to push this box flap down, push this box flap down, and then I tape it before I push it onto the conveyor belt. But all that twisting, I have so much back pain on my lower left side and my lower left abdomen, and it's just there. And I was mostly twisting for my left because of the station I was at. Now they tell us to do squats, and I agree that is the better way to do it. They actually want us to, I don't know if I can get this in the frame, but they want us to squat down correctly, lift the food up correctly, and put it in the cage, which is fine. I get it, but when I'm doing 100, 110 units an hour for 10 hours a day, that's a whole lot of squats that I'm not doing. And I normally don't end up in pain like this, but I'm going to just take a break after I eat, use the heating pad. Hopefully that makes me feel better, because this is really uncomfortable. And part of the problem is I did not stretch last night. I like to do yin yoga after work, but it was my last day of the work week, so I just wanted to come home and relax, and I made cookie dough, which probably was not the best decision. I should have taken care of my body first. So yeah, I will be back though to show you guys whatever I'm doing next. So yeah, not very appealing. Chicken drumsticks, some teriyaki vegetables that I did not use the sauce for, corn casserole, a sparkling water because I'm treating myself. And I do not like eating on the couch, but I've slipped into some bad habits with starting this warehouse job. Okay, kitchen cleanup time. I can't let this just sit here while I sit down. I can't do it. So this is about to get done. Yeah, and if you're watching the time, it's been an hour of procrastination. And no, that's not my dish rag. We'll get this taken care of so I can get the laundry folded, and then maybe I can sit down in peace. I don't know about anybody else, but I have to disinfect before I wash my dishes. Get the sink all nice and clean. I have a garbage disposal, but I still prefer not to let my food go down the drain. This is going in the trash. I'm tired of looking at it. All right, we'll let that sit for about 30 seconds and then get these dishes washed, and then hopefully get that laundry folded because I'm tired of saying that I'm going to and then I don't do it. What do you think? Too many suds? Just a little bit? Ugh. I hate when like I'm done washing dishes and then I turn around and I realize that I forgot to wash something. Oh, I'm going to reuse this spice container. So I do my own homemade deodorant and it's not the best moisture absorbing. So I'll either put arrowroot powder or cornstarch in that and carry it with me when I'm out, and then I can just sprinkle a little on my hands and use that. So I try to reuse as much stuff as I can instead of going out and buying new when I don't really need something. But this shouldn't take me more than 15 minutes. I spend way more time complaining than I do actually doing the chore. Kitchen is done. Dishes are done. Food's in the crock pot. And now time to tackle the laundry. I'll get these clothes folded. You might notice I have like a lot of black clothes over here. Steve was nice enough and just put them all in a pile, make it easier for me to fold. I don't like anybody folding my clothes. I'm very particular about how they're folded so that they look the same once they're in the drawer. If I remember, I'll show you what the inside of my dresser drawers look like. I like my stuff to fit a certain way. I only wear black to work unless I wear one of the t-shirts they provide for us. But I don't know, it just makes a lot more sense to me. The clothes are going to get dirty, they're going to get stained, and like no amount of washing is going to get those stains out. So, and plus even if they did, I don't want to spend that kind of time on work clothes when I know they're just going to get dirty again the following week. So I just wear all black, and it makes my life a lot easier in the mornings because I don't have to think about what am I going to put on. I keep all of my work clothes in one drawer, so I just go in and grab a pair of pants, grab a shirt, grab my undergarments, a pair of socks, and I'm good to go. I don't care if anything matches. Actually, even on non-work days, you can tell I'm not a fashionista. I knew I'd be recording, and I still went with putting on this. But clean, comfortable, that's what I go for. But this won't take long, as you can see, it's going pretty quickly. The one load in the dryer is almost done, so I'm going to get that done. And I'm going to sit down and relax and clear my head for a little bit because, like I said, my anxiety is starting to kick in when I think about how much stuff I still have to get done. I do have 2 more dishes of food to cook. One of them is really easy. And I'm hungry again, like literally hungry again already, so maybe I'll sit down for about an hour or 2 and then get this next meal made. And then the last meal is going to take some time, so I think before I start that meal, I'm going to go ahead and get my budget done or get my bills paid. One day I'll do a budget video for you guys. It's just a really easy way I found to keep track of it now. It's not going to work. Like if you're behind on your bills or if you're struggling to get by, unfortunately, this budget is not going to like be good for that. But just like if you're, if you make enough money and you know you make enough money to pay your bills, but you can't figure out why at the end of the month you're struggling to get the money together for your mortgage or rent, I think the trick that I have will help you get past that hurdle. So one day, next time we have a rainy weekend and we can't go anywhere, I'll take the time to make a video like that for you. I love math. I love numbers. That's what I actually got certified in, was to be a math teacher. So to me, math is fun. It's just a puzzle that needs to be figured out. So don't get me started on budgeting. I can talk about money all day long. I love it. I don't know, it's just fun. I love paying bills. It sounds crazy, but I do. I've been that way since I was 18. I've lived on my own since I was 18. I enjoy it. It's just, I don't know, I do. But I'm going to get this done and hopefully get some rest. How easy is this to get ready in the morning? My pants are right here, all black leggings. They tell us not to wear loose-fitting clothing. They don't really enforce it, but they don't want us getting caught in the conveyor belts and stuff. So black leggings, my black t-shirts. The most I will do is 6 days a week, so I do have this extra shirt just in case that I don't care about. I keep a couple extra safety vests, and then we're allowed to wear, as long as it has reflective stripes, these are actual just long sleeve shirts, but they don't have enough pockets in them, so I don't use those hardly anymore. I just use the safety vests they provide to us for free. But it's so easy to get ready for work when I just have the one drawer and no decisions to make. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It is about 7 p.m. and I fell asleep and took a nap, which was good. And I checked my email and I had some information about my student loan repayments. I've been on the SAVE plan, which of course you know was ended. Don't want to get into that. And so I was doing the repayment loan calculator through the federal government student aid website. And this is just a rough estimate for now, about $500 a month is what they're thinking. And then the email also mentioned a wrap repayment plan that'll be available July 1st, so I'm going to see what that's about. According to the email, it says as long as I make my payments on time, if I qualify for this plan, it will not, the payments will not, or the balance will not go up as long as I make my payments on time, and there's interest subsidies, and the principal could go down, which would be lovely. I don't mind paying the $500 a month if my balance goes down, but it's really frustrating to pay that kind of money and it just keeps going up. It's like out of control, and it's really frustrating because all I borrowed was $10,000 for my master's degree. And yeah, why didn't I pay it off? I mean, that's a whole other story, and I might do a video on the whole student loan situation. The only thing I can say good that came from it, I wouldn't be who I am today without it, and I was able to help my kids, at least my oldest son, avoid any college debt, and hopefully my youngest as well, because that stuff is no joke. So yeah, don't feel like being upbeat and chipper right now. I was going to redo my budget anyway, so I'm going to just go ahead and redo it as if I have that $500 payment. Hopefully it's not more than that. I don't know what I will do if it is. But yeah, it's whew. I wish they would do the interest like simple interest. The compound interest is what is killing most of us who have these student loan repayment plans. Simple interest like a mortgage, that's fine. I have no problem paying back what I owe, and I have no problem paying interest because it is a loan. But it gets out of hand so fast, and that's what's frustrating. Even when you're making the payments, the balance still keeps going up. So right now I'm working on organizing my paper. I have an office addiction supply issue that I'm getting under control. But that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to say bye for now, and I will be back later with that aloe plant. I'm going to read. I kind of want to do a gardening thing, and I use the term gardening loosely because I can't grow anything, but I think I'll do a playlist for that. So maybe I'll repot that and start that playlist for the season. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Before I sign off completely, I had promised you guys a view of the patio with the lights changing colors. So not completely dark yet, but it's starting to get that way.